What if you could go back in time and undo just one moment? One choice, one conversation, one chance you didn't take. Most of us have that one thing that replays in our minds late at night, the memory that sneaks up when everything else is quiet. That's regret. It doesn't matter how successful, happy, or strong you seem. Regret finds a way to whisper, "You should have done it differently." Maybe it was walking away from someone too soon, or staying far too long. Maybe it was not speaking up when you had the chance, or giving up on something just before it would have worked. We all carry something, and the thing about regret is, it's sticky. It clings to you. You can't rewind life. You can't edit the past, so we replay it instead, over and over, like somehow that'll fix it, but it never does. It just drains your energy, blurs your vision, and holds your future hostage. But here's the truth, regret isn't there to punish you. It's not a sentence, it's a signal. And if you learn how to listen to it, not only can you beat it, you can use it. You can turn regret into one of the most powerful forces for clarity, courage, and change. So if you've ever caught yourself thinking, "I wish I could go back," this video is for you. Let's talk about how to finally move forward with peace, strength, and purpose. Regret is a deeply human emotion, and it's more complex than just wishing things had gone differently. It's not just about pain, it's about meaning. It's a sign that something mattered to you. Maybe a decision clashed with your values, or you walked away from something you knew deep down was right. Regret is that ache that reminds you were meant for better. But the danger is in how we handle it. Most people either deny it, pretending the past didn't affect them, or they drown in it, stuck in the mental loop of what if. They go back, replay it, rewrite it in their minds, again and again, hoping for peace, but finding more pain. What we forget is that regret is also information. It tells you where your heart is, what you care about, where you want to do better. When seen through the right lens, regret becomes a mirror, not to shame you, but to show you who you are and who you're becoming. So instead of resisting it, what if you leaned in? What if instead of asking, "Why did I mess up?" What is this regret trying to teach me? Because the second you shift from blame to curiosity, you unlock a door that most people never even try to open. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Healing from regret doesn't start with advice. It starts with permission to feel hurt, permission to be disappointed, to cry, grieve, and be angry. Too often, we try to skip this part. We rush into distraction or positivity, hoping it'll erase the pain. But emotions don't disappear when you ignore them. They just go deeper, settle in, and start shaping the way you see yourself. Accepting your emotions doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you're human enough to admit that it hurt, that it changed you, and that's okay. You're not weak for feeling regret. You're strong for facing it. This is where self-compassion becomes everything. Imagine speaking to yourself the way you would to a close friend. Would you shame them endlessly for one mistake? Or would you remind them they're still worthy, still capable, still loved? That's what this moment asks of you. Not perfection, just presence. Because before you can move forward, you have to stop running. You have to meet yourself where you are. And once you do that, really see yourself without judgment, something incredible happens. The grip of regret loosens and clarity begins to rise. Once you've accepted the pain, there's space to ask, what can I learn? Every regret has a lesson hiding inside it. It may be about your boundaries, your courage, your timing, or how fear once made your choices for you. But here's the part we forget. Learning doesn't happen automatically. You have to seek it. That means getting curious. Looking back with honesty, not just hurt. What patterns do you notice? What choices kept repeating? What belief held you back? This reflection isn't about shaming yourself. It's about understanding yourself. And when you really dive into it, you begin to spot the gaps between who you were and who you want to become. This is the essence of growth. Reframing regret, not as something that defines you, but something that informs you. It becomes less of a wound and more of a warning light, a reminder to do things differently next time, and to show up as a wiser version of you. Some of the strongest people you'll ever meet didn't avoid regret. They faced it, learned from it, and built something better because of it. That's the goal here. Not to forget the past, but to finally use it. Awareness is powerful, but change doesn't happen without action. If your regret involves someone else, this might mean reaching out, apologizing, owning your part. Not for approval, but for peace. Even if they don't respond, even if they never forgive you. Sometimes the point isn't to fix the past, it's to free yourself from it. And if your regret is more internal, about missed chances or self-betrayal, your action might look different. Maybe it's signing up for that course you once talked yourself out of, saying yes to something that scares you, or finally choosing your future over your comfort zone. Action is how you reclaim your power. It reminds you that you're not frozen in that moment. You're still moving, still choosing, still capable of rewriting where the story goes next. And that momentum matters, because nothing heals regret like knowing you're doing something with it. You can't always make things right, but you can make things different. And often, that's more than enough. Awareness is powerful, but change doesn't happen without action. If your regret involves someone else, this might mean reaching out, apologizing, owning your part, not for approval, but for peace. Even if they don't respond, even if they never forgive you, sometimes the point isn't to fix the past, it's to free yourself from it. And if your regret is more internal, about missed chances or self-betrayal, your action might look different. Maybe it's signing up for that course you once talked yourself out of, saying yes to something that scares you, or finally choosing your future over your comfort zone. Action is how you reclaim your power. It reminds you that you're not frozen in that moment. You're still moving, still choosing, still capable of rewriting where the story goes next. And that momentum matters, because nothing heals regret like knowing you're doing something with it. You can't always make things right, but you can make things different. And often, that's more than enough. Regret tries to keep your eyes glued to the past, but life is happening right now. Every second you spend obsessing over what could have been is a second stolen from what could still be. This is where the shift happens, from regret to intention, from memory to movement, from self-blame to self-direction. Start small, breathe deeply, anchor yourself in the present, because this is the only place where change is actually possible. Whether it's through mindfulness, journaling, or just walking outside and noticing the sky, start reconnecting with now. Then, look ahead, set goals, build dreams that excite you. Even if they feel far away, they give you something powerful, a reason to keep going. And the more energy you put into your present and future, the quieter the past becomes. You are not just the sum of your mistakes. You are the author of what comes next. And that story, it's still being written. Regret will always be part of the human experience, but it doesn't have to be a prison. It can be a teacher, a guide, a turning point. So remember this, you can't change the past, but you can change your relationship with it. You can stop letting it haunt you and start letting it shape you into something better. The question is, what will you do with it now? If this spoke to you, if even one part of it helped you breathe a little easier or see things a little clearer, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe. This channel is all about healing, growing, and finding peace with ourselves, one honest step at a time. So if that's something your heart needs more of, you're always welcome here. Thanks for watching.